Hello, boys and girls. I am so glad to see you again. Miss Donna here, and we are going to talk about some artwork today and hopefully do a little bit of artwork today. So, the last time we were together, I introduced you to some artwork, like behind me, and we talked about the kind of things we might be making in class. We also talked about some of the things we would use to make some artwork, like brushes and paint and glue and crayons and markers and papers and so many things we're going to use. But I also asked you to take some time and look around your house for some certain items that we will use today to start an art activity. Now, those things we talked about were markers, paper. It can be lined paper, it can be just regular blank paper, it can be pieces of scrap paper. Any of those will work. We also are going to need paper towels and our water. There's one thing that I forgot to tell you. We are also going to need some scissors. So if you need to take a moment to get your scissors, just put me on pause and I will wait right here for you, okay? Okay, well, welcome back. All right, so boys and girls, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our paper and our scissors. I am not going to use scissors, your size scissors. I'm going to use teacher size scissors because they just fit my hand better, okay? So we have our paper, and the only thing you need to do is do some cutting right now. Now, I know that you've got a helper sitting with you. It might be your mom or your dad, or maybe a big brother, a big sister, maybe it's a neighbor, a grandma, or grandma, whoever it is, they might want to help you with this part. If you can do it by yourself, that's awesome too. All right, so the only thing we need to do here is we need to cut our paper into 6 parts. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boys and girls, this does not have to be all the same shape. You can cut a piece that looks like this. You can cut a piece that looks like this. Let's see. Do we have enough? 1, 2, 3. No, don't have enough. How many do we need? We need 6. Okay. So I'm going to cut this one just like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not hard. So let's take a look at them. They're just white pieces of paper, and we're going to take one piece, just one, and we're going to put all the rest down and get them out of the way. Okay? So we have one piece of paper. Boys and girls, I want you to pick up your box of markers now. Now, in your box of markers, you will have a lot of different colors. But we are only going to use certain colors. Okay? So I want you to open your box, and I want you to pull out the red marker. Oh, hang on. Yes, the red marker. Silly Miss Donna. I guess I don't know my colors. Red marker, put that down. You're going to pull out your yellow marker. Put that down with your red one. You're going to pull out your blue, purple, orange, and green. So let's look at those again. We have our red, purple, yellow, blue, orange, and green. Now, boys and girls, I know there are other colors in your marker box, and they're beautiful colors, but today we are not using those colors, so you're going to leave those in your marker box, and you're going to close your lid, just like this, and we're going to put this to the side out of the way because we don't need these, okay? Because we already have all of our marker colors that we're using. Okay, boys and girls, this part, this is so easy. It's really, really easy, but when we're all done with it, we're going to end up making a beautiful piece of artwork out of what we're doing today. Okay, so I want you to take one of your squares, just one. Now, I have mine on a clipboard so that I have a hard surface. I want you to pick up your red marker and hold it up, show it to me, wave it around, make sure it's the red, okay? I want you to take off the lid, put it on the end, and snap it. Snap it so that when you put it on, make sure you hear a snap. Otherwise, what will happen if we don't snap the lid on tight? Yes, it will come off, and if we lose it, we end up, what happens to our marker? Yes, it will dry out. And can we color with the dried out marker? Oh, we can, but it doesn't really look that good, and we don't get good color, and we want good color because we're good artists, right? All right, so we want to take good care of our materials. All right, so we have our red marker, and what you're going to do is you are going to color this whole thing in, just like this, okay? Color, 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 until the whole thing is full and looks like this. That's not hard, is it? This is what it should look like when you finish coloring. There, we colored in all the white parts. Should it look like this? No, not for this activity. It should not look like this. It should be all colored in just like this. Just like this, okay? Now, take a moment and do that. Take as long as you need to color it in. Your helper can do it with you. All right, so when we finish with that one, we're going to do all the others. So for example, on the next piece, we're going to color it all blue. We're going to color each piece until they are all colored in so that there's only one color on each piece of paper. You see? That's not hard, is it? That's not hard at all. But we want to make sure it's all colored in, okay? Nice and smooth. Try to go as far to the edges of the paper as you can. So if you're using different shapes of paper, it would just end up looking like this, which is absolutely okay. It does not matter what the shape of the paper is, okay? So color, 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 color. Now the next part is definitely fun. You're going to need your paper towel. You need a size about like this. Now, let me speak to the helper for just a second. Helper, if you have something like a tray in your house, or even like a cookie sheet, or a piece of cardboard, that would be very helpful, and I will explain why later, but take a minute and see if you can find something like that, and then come back and we'll get started again, okay? All right, I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to put it on a This is a cookie sheet. Now, it's just really too bad that there aren't any cookies on there because that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Yes, I would love a pile of cookies right now. So I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to lay it on here, just like this. Now on my paper towel, I'm going to put my paper. Now I can't really lift this up completely because it'll fall. I don't want that to happen, but you're just going to lay them out just like this. You're going to lay them out so that they're not touching each other. So you have your 6 colors that might look like this on your paper. Okay? Might look like this on your paper. Now, here comes the next step. You're going to take a water bottle, or if you have a cup of water, either one, and I'm going to stand up for this, okay? Or I'm going to stand up a little bit. Because you're going to you're not going to go way out here with the water. You're going to get kind of close, and you're going to spray the water onto the colors just like this. You're going to get your paper nice and wet, and as you're doing this, I want you to watch what happens to the marker color when water gets on it. Look very close. It takes a minute. Do not pick up your papers. Let that water sit right on top of the colors. And what happens is the colors start to spread. Whoops, there we go. And you will see that the color from the marker mixed with the water, it almost turns into paint. Now you're not going to touch this. You're going to leave this just like this, and you're going to find a spot for it to sit kind of out of the way, somewhere that nobody will bother it, because it needs to dry really, really well. Now, boys and girls, that's all we're going to do today. But when you come back and meet with me next time, we're going to take that paper and do something really awesome with it. So the next time we get together, let me tell you what you need. You're going to need your papers that you did, and by the time we get together, they're going to be nice and dry. You're going to need your scissors, and you're going to need some black paper. Now, let me say some dark paper. It does not have to be a perfect square. Excuse me just a minute, boys and girls. It can be just like this. It can be a bigger piece, a smaller piece, it doesn't matter. It can be kind of a crazy shape if that's what you've got. It can be anything. It can be more than one piece if you've got a bunch of little pieces of dark paper. That would be okay too. It doesn't have to be black, but it does need to be darker, okay? So it can be like a dark blue or a dark red or any kind of a darker color. If you actually don't have a dark color piece of paper, let me show you what you can do. You can go to your marker box, and from your marker box, you can get your, what color marker am I going to pull out? Your black marker. And you can take a piece of paper and you can color it black so that you can color that whole thing black, and you will end up with a beautiful piece of black paper. Now, boys and girls, for this, you do not need to spray this one with water, okay? If this is what you need to do. This just needs to have good dark color on it. You can color all the way, and that might be kind of fun, just black marker. So don't worry if you don't have a piece of black paper. This is how you can get another piece of black paper, okay? With your good old black marker. Okay, so let's go back. You're going to need your papers that you sprayed with the water, and they'll be nice and dry. You're going to need your scissors, your dark paper, and you're going to need some glue. Now, boys and girls, if you have a glue stick, that would be okay. If you would rather use this kind of glue, that would be okay too. I'm going to let you decide, okay? So do you think we can do that? Do you think you can have those ready for next time? Because next time, we're actually going to be doing something with that paper that you colored and sprayed with water, all right? All right, so boys and girls, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week of learning and playing with your friends and being a good listener and just being a great, great little boy, little girl. And be ready to do some art next time. So I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.